This is how dumb some people sound when they want things that they don't have themselves.
No, I don't want a dad bod. I don't want to be with somebody, date someone, marry someone with a dad bod. If I look like a mom that's waited last minute to pack.
Ooh. Let's break this down real quick. Can I see that? Oh goodness. All right, let's break this down real quick. This right here is a fupa, or I've heard it called a. Now, fupa, spelled F-U-P-A, if y'all don't know what that stands for, it stands for fat up area. Now, mind you, if you know, everyone can have their preferences. That's completely fine. You want what you want. Don't mean you're gonna get it, but you can want what you want. When it comes to this area right here, motherfuckers will hit this. Depending on how many shots or whatever, there's bigger in this, there's smaller fupas in this, there's fatter fupas in this. No judging of the fupa, but if you're asking for something that you yourself don't have, you just look stupid. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, you know, a sponsor for McDonald's and then want a bodybuilder. It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Again, you can't want $1 million crib and you're credited. There's certain things in life that gotta work hand in hand for the most part, not being humble. And it's crazy. You asking for something you don't have yourself. It just shows how delusional some of these people are. So fupa, stay away from that.
Pro-marriage tip. Don't try to fix the problem.
What problem?
You. Because it was you, he unlocks her mother, and I really do not like co-op mode. There's better modes.
You want a guy who's considered like high value, right? You want someone who's got his finances in order. You want someone who's going to treat you with respect. I'm guessing you want a gentleman. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so all of those traits make up a guy who's not going to want to tolerate his girlfriend going and sleeping with a whole bunch of other random guys.
But
He's just not going to do it.
But I see them every day. So
Are you with them?
I'm not dating.
Oh, you're not dating at all. But would you?
No.
I mean, if those
about
guys,
my money.
I have a hard time believing that when push comes to shove, any one of you women at the table would take seriously a guy that's basically a doormat for you. To basically, you can go on camera, do whatever you want, and he's a doormat. And I will bet dollars to donuts that a really hot guy that shows up and says, guess what, ladies, I'm not taking this. You're either going to stop this, you're going to be with me, you're going to make a decision. You'd be all aflutter over that guy because he's taking a stand.
A lot of people think that they slick with their egos, but check this out. Hey. Yo. Whoever holding her back, bro. This woman being held back right now is the mother of the soon-to-be father, and the person holding her is the brother. What does this go to show us? Everybody in this situation clearly knows the mother, and they know that she was going to take this moment to make it about herself. And I hope that this moment shows a lot of y'all think that y'all slick in the way that you make things about yourself, but you think nobody can notice. We notice. People could tell. Look at her, bro. She's getting dragged. She is so angry. People, especially as family, we cannot make everything about us. This moment was clearly about these two celebrating their beautiful daughter coming into this world, and this mother, she ain't get the hint. But it's all right. We did.
Can't you just put it in the trash and put your bowl in the sink?
Well, if you just put it right here, it does it by itself.
What?
Yeah. If you put a bowl, a plate, or even a cup right here, and come back hours later, it's just gone.
Really? And where do you think it goes?
Goes right back to where I got it from.
Huh. And how do you think it gets there?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's magic. What are you doing? You're gonna take away its magic.
I promise I don't speak up, but I about to.
Ain't nobody trying to be stepdad to your badass kids.
If a woman cheats on a man, it's the man's fault. If a man try to walk behind me, he gotta be an astronaut.
Shut your up, son. God, I can't stand this nigga, man. No man gotta walk behind you. We walking right over you, shorty. Short stuff. Bro, you better keep that money flowing in. Keep spending that money. Keep feeding her that food, son. You 5'3", son. 5'3", bro. Just letting you know, son. Now, no woman on planet Earth say, ooh, I want that short. Let me get that short king. You better never go broke, son. I swear to God, son. It's over for you, bro. Pack you all the way up, pipsqueak.
My girlfriend behind my back was calling me Porcahontas.
Lord, forgive me. I'm not laughing at her, but I opened the comment section and the top comment was Ariana Extra Grande. That's why I'm fighting for my spot in heaven tonight.
modern women are thinking that men are going to continue to go on like this. They're thinking that men are going to continue to allow them to talk crazy, and they're not. Nobody wants to hear from you. Nobody wants to hear about you. Modern women have placed themselves in the position of an enemy. You're an antagonist. You're antagonistic. That's what you are. Men don't want to be around that. If men don't want to be around it, why would you think a man is going to wife it? You get a nice ring. You get a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 ring to be antagonistic. Why would you think that you're going to get a ring? Why would you think that you're going to get commitment? Men might spend that, and that's why they're trying to, get a piece of property in your name, because they know they're terrible. They're terrible people. And so therefore I know this is not going to last long. So I got to make sure that I get all that I can get up out of this man before he decides to go do something else. That's right. Because at some point in time, they're going to leave because they're going to realize that you're not a good person.
Thank you there. Yeah. That's all you gotta do is say that one time. Oh.
I trust my husband. Ultimately, that's one of the reasons why I chose him. It's because he has integrity, and I trust him. Now, that being said, that's so hard to put myself in that position because I'm not there at all.
You're not the wife of an entrepreneur, of a CEO, worker person.
He owns his own business and makes all the shots and makes all the rules. So it's like, I couldn't imagine. I don't know.
Okay, well, I got a better scenario then.
Okay.
All right, 6 months into a stressful season, arguments increase.
Wait, say it again.
6 months into a stressful situation.
Okay.
A stressful season in your marriage. Arguments increase, decreases. Brock feels rejected. You feel emotionally disconnected. Brock says, I need intimacy to feel close. You say, I need closeness to feel intimate. Who adjusts first? Who's withholding the? Is that manipulation, emotional defense, or is it justified? And how long is too long?
This is exactly right. Modern women are struggling in dating because men cannot tell the difference between the hoes and the non-hoes. And in all honesty, how could they? Y'all are wearing the same outfits, going to the same parties, doing the same things with the same men, unfortunately. And then you expect men to think that you are different. Why? Why? If you walked up to me dressed like a clown, I'm gonna assume you're a clown. Just like if you walk up to him dressed in the same aesthetic as the OF girl that he follows, he's gonna assume, yeah. And I know y'all love to do the whole, he shouldn't judge me until he gets to know me. Why are you passing judgment on people? If somebody was running at you right now dressed in all black with his scully on, would you run? Or would you stand there and try to get to know him and see what he wants first? Exactly, right? So this is not respectability politics. This is the fact that y'all be presenting yourselves in an incorrect light. If you want to present yourself like a wife and girlfriend, do that. Do that. Don't act like the hoes that you see online. It's so simple. It could all be so simple.
You're not scared of black? Are you scared of black?
Black.
Yeah.
Black doesn't mean.
Don't worry.
He's so nice, and he's the guy that I should want. But it's like, I need a little bit of like you're going to send me to the psych ward, and it's just not giving that.
See lads, nice does not cut it. Women are quite twisted in their little brains. They need to feel something. So you better put her in the psych ward. What about you there?
I don't understand anymore how a woman can be stressed out over a man. I mean, I'm at a point in my life, either you gonna be with me or you gonna all the way off and leave me the alone, because I want to go home and be in my house, enjoy my rent, eat pizza with my coochie out, and watch my favorite TV show, Bridgerton. You got to be at peace with yourself as a woman, or you gonna be losing pieces of yourself to other people. I don't like when women want to come on here and talk about men. These men don't give a fuck about that you talk about them. They don't give a fuck. They hoes. They working jobs. They making their money. They doing what they doing, being men. Men do not care about what we got to say or think about them. And we shouldn't either. We see how they move. Why can't we just do the same? We see how they move. Why can't we just do the same thing? Focus on ourselves. Because if you ain't learned by now, being with men, they will always choose themselves. That's why the program that they run works for them. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you something. The moment you stop giving a about these men is the moment you choose you.
It's crazy how these modern women talk about the things that they want, but then don't be ready to give nothing. They don't be ready to get, I mean, you can buy a woman. I was looking at a clip the other day where the man, get this, the man is walking the woman to her new car. He's walking her to it. She's touching it. She's looking inside. Oh man, I'm touching the seats and all of the other things. She's looking at it. It's her car. It's got the bow and everything. Checks it out, likes it. By the time she turns around, he's already on his knee proposing. And she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm not quite ready yet. What? I just, and it looked like a nice car too. And ultimately that's on him, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying, that's your response after I just invested 50, 60K into you. Hey, I'm not ready to get married. That's crazy work. Hey, let's go ahead and see if we can take her name off this. Well, it's probably not in her name anyway, but let me go ahead and get those keys back from you, player. And you can find your way onto the house. I mean, to me, we're done that day.
So I was looking through my DMs like I like to do whenever I'm bored, and tell me why I saw one of them that caught my eye, and it was somebody who took the time out of their day to DM me and ask me if my neck is tired from carrying my nose all day.
That's messed up. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with her nose, but that's not the point of my video. There were two things that was said in that video, and I'm not sure if y'all caught it or not. One, she says that she likes to go through her DMs when she's bored. So for all the guys who like to send DMs and have conversations with themselves, they look at you as entertainment. And two, out of all the DMs that she received and went through, the one that stood out to her was the negative one. So again, to the guys that like to have conversations with themselves in people's DMs, and you say stuff like, good morning, queen, or grand rising, or I hope you have a good day, you are entertainment to them and they ignore you. So what's the conclusion? Have some respect for yourself. If you send a girl a DM, which is cool, and she doesn't respond, don't send her anything else.
You gotta think, every that feel like fuck had his heart broke by a woman first.
Yeah. That's fair.
When a first jump out the womb, his first girlfriend, he wasn't cheating on.
Yeah.
So I saw this kissing in the bathroom. In junior school, in junior high. Now you know what? This to follow me forever, man. It's the women. It's the women that gone bad.
No,
What that old lady said?
no, absolutely not.
It's the women that done gone
I
bad.
think it's just an innate thing in men, though.
Nah.
I feel like men just have that urge. Like, y'all just always down for the chase. Y'all always want something new and exciting. Like you said, you could really love the out of your woman. You could be like, this is my woman. I love her so much. I know she the best thing that ever happened to me. She hold the house down. She hold the kids down. I know she not gonna be out here moving reckless. I know she ain't cheating on me, whatever the case may be. But then you go out to the club and you see this young, fine girl. You just gonna want to know what's up with that.
But you never know if she cheating though.
You don't. Because women
one
are
thing-
slicker than men.
Thank you, bro.
You will fumble a good man trying to bare minimum him, because a man who loves himself and values his peace is going to come with standards and expectations. So all that half effort and half love is going to get you cut off.
So many girls were defensive in my comments underneath the if you show your boobs, you can't show your booty conversation. And then there were so many women who just got it. And to the girls who were defensive, so much to say, but I'll make it quick. Lots of them said, oh, you're just the patriarchy. Listen, the patriarchy is damaging, but the patriarchy is not an excuse or justification for your terrible style. Some of you guys are just tacky. Everything hanging everywhere, and it just doesn't look good. to anybody, not even the men. And last but not least, if you just listened, your whole outfit would look better. Balancing out, we never said you couldn't look sexy. We never said you couldn't look sexy. There's a way you can look sexy without looking like hot trash, which I did go on some of you guys' profiles. You're welcome.
And let me validate you and let you know you did everything right. Nothing was your fault. And in this season, if you could change something, you would change nothing. And rightfully so.
So what if I start a rumor that you're a pedo?
You're literally going to stoop that low to start a rumor that I'm a pedo? That's not even something you joke about.
Yeah. Well, you broke my heart, so now I'm going to ruin your career.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know, like, I'm not scared because I know that's not gonna work. Like, how would you...
How would it not work? How would it not work?
Well, first of all, I'm recording this, so I'm just gonna post it. So everyone knows that you're lying.
Dude, well, it's just gonna flop like all your other posts. It's gonna get 2 views, and then you're gonna get embarrassed, and you're gonna delete it, so no one will see it. I'm not scared.
Okay, first of all, this is not gonna flop.
Yes, it will.
No,
and you know what? I bet if I try hard enough and spread this rumor, I can get someone like Charlie or Addison.
I'm starting to think that guys aren't at the gym to impress girls at all. They're there to A, impress other men, B, fight depression, or C, it's genuinely just part of their autopilot systems at this point.
She's right, you know. The audacity to think that men are in the gym to impress girls? Seriously? Honey. I am not getting all done up to go to the gym for you. There are 3 reasons that men are in the gym. 1 is to get jacked. 2 is to impress and compliment other men that we will never know by name, but instead call bro, big dog, or beast. And the 3rd reason is our mental health. And that is the truth. This color is not me. This does nothing for my skin tone.
You know what is both terrifying and revolting?
What? I can only imagine.
When a man says I'm pretty.
Right. Okay then. So, ladies, I'm sure some of you are wondering what exactly this is about. Well, I have seen lots of videos out there of women asking why men don't seem to want to take women out on dates, why they don't seem to be interested, and why they most certainly have really stopped approaching women in public at all. Well, you just saw one of the many reasons why. Because unfortunately, social media is virtually saturated with lots of women indicating how much they dislike men, they don't want them near them, and they don't even want what would be considered to be positive attention from any man in the form of a compliment, because those are apparently terrifying. And ladies, if you want men to start being interested again, you have to start acting like you don't despise them.
You know, a lot of these modern women are using rejection as a sport. Is really what they're doing. They're rejecting men, talking about how men don't measure up. You know, a lot of times men used to pay attention to that type of stuff. Now they really don't, because it's foolishness. It's just stupidity. It's really all it is. Just dumb. I don't care nothing about that. You guys don't really... Once men started understanding that modern women don't really have anything to offer, they don't really have anything to offer. What are we talking about right now? Why would I care about what she thinks? She ain't really got nothing going on, right? I don't care how much of a boss baby you are, or what kind of business you have. I don't care nothing about that. You're a terrible person. I might be out there trying to fish, and here you are. Imagine that. Imagine that. Being out on the water, just peaceful, ain't nothing. You go out there, and she blowing up your phone. When you come home, where you at? You been out there for 4 hours. Girl, leave me alone.
So anyway, guys, I've been talking to this guy, but he hasn't really answered my texts in like 2 days.
Dumbass.
He didn't even let me finish what I was saying. How would he know?
And when was the last time a directing category had 5 women and 1 man? Now, yeah, I did not bother to look that up, but I think we all agree it was never. The Emmy goes, I did not bother to look that up, but I think we all agree it was never. The Emmy goes to Philip Barantini.
That's right.
This is coming through for you. I'm not saying you can't have friends. I'm just saying you can't go around liking girls in bikini pictures because that makes me look stupid. Would you like it if I posted bikini pictures like that?
How many steps you got left?
Can't you say I'm in the middle of an argument right now?
Can we take turns? Dude, I get it, but she's your girl. You can't be following random girls and liking their Instagram pics.
Give me the boring man. The one who goes to work, comes home, calls when he says he will. The one who isn't out chasing attention, not entertaining every woman who smiles at him, not creating chaos just to keep life interesting. Give me the man who values peace, the man who is consistent, the man whose actions match his words. Because the truth is, the men people call boring are often the ones who bring stability. They're not confusing, they're not unpredictable, they're not playing games, they're building a life. And when you've experienced enough drama, consistency starts to look very attractive. So yes, give me the boring man, because peace will always be more valuable than excitement.
Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car?
Of course.
Why are you sleeping in the car? So why wouldn't you come inside?
I'm staying resting.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Me up for what?
You need to leave. I need you gone. Like, you gotta go.
Can we revisit this after the holidays?
No, today. We're not doing that after holidays. No.
So you're gonna ruin the holidays for everyone, for the kids, for
the holidays
my family.
Wasn't on your mind when you did what you did. Hey, we're not doing this. This is cyclical. Reconciliation is always a reclamation. It's always a recycle. We're not. No, you gotta go.
Are you really doing this right now?
No, you doing that right now on camera?
I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You're being real studio right now.
He is sleeping in his car just to get peace. That's not normal. That's a man who's done. That's not normal. That's a man who's done.
When home feels more stressful than a parked car at night, that means there's no peace, no respect, just constant tension. He stayed 15 years, stayed calm, then finally told her to leave. And she's recording it, then even posts it. Peace is not a luxury in a relationship, it's a requirement. When it's gone for too long, even the calmest person will walk away.
As women, we need to learn to realize when we are just a placeholder in a man's life. Because a man will keep you around and drag you along as he possibly can and not give you everything you want because you are a placeholder, because he is waiting for something better, for something he really wants to come along. If a man is not giving you what you want and what you asked for, and it's been years on years on years, baby, you're a placeholder. You're a placeholder. He's never going to give you what you want. And if he does, he's going to be like, you're 80 years old, ain't nothing else left. So if you realize you're a placeholder in a man's life, baby, please leave. Step.
Unpopular opinion. If men are supposedly the problem in relationships, why is the relationship with the highest divorce rate woman to woman? Let that sink in for a second. Female to female marriages fell at a higher rate than male to female and male to male marriages. Here's another inconvenient fact for you. Over 70% of divorces are filed by women. Yet women love to scream the loudest that men don't care, men give up, men don't try, they don't give a fuck about nothing going on, they walk away easily, but statistics show otherwise. So if men are the common denominator, why does removing men not improve the outcome? Maybe the conversation shouldn't be about men being the problem. Maybe it should be more about accountability, expectations, emotional regulations, conflict resolution, because numbers don't have feelings. They just tell the truth.
I
Guys, a real life man just commented on one of my TikToks and said, what do you have to offer? Like, what do you bring to the table? Guys, there really are DL men among us everywhere. Everybody wants a boyfriend now. How am I supposed to find a boyfriend if I'm competing with men too? Everybody wants to be a queen.
So someone is because they asked a question in your comment section? What's always funny about that one question is it rarely ever gets answered, and if it does, it's always some real generic that you can do yourself. But more importantly, he's because he asked the question? Like, using as an insult is so oversaturated, it don't even hit the same no more. Like, you go back 20 years and a woman called you, that was poof. You had to defend that. And nowadays, like, okay, you think I'm gay. I know I'm not. I don't care what you're talking about. Like, the jig is up. Y'all can let go of it. It's perfectly fine. And honestly, it's insulting to the community. Because why do you associate everything negative about a man with him being gay? That must mean that people are also negative people. And I'm sure y'all don't want to go down that route. But yeah, some of y'all got to come up with new insults. Just calling the man because he's doing something you don't like, it don't hit. And I think it's best that you just abandon insulting people just because they're doing something you don't necessarily agree with. Your inadequacy is showing in a worse way. Insulting someone just because they do something you don't like tells us you are very, very emotionally immature and unintelligent. But of course, I know you don't want to have that conversation with me because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all can change.
Have you noticed that seeing a woman almost naked these days is super easy? Instagram, TikTok, Snap, Facebook, even in real life like parties. It's everywhere. These women post it freely. Some say they do it because of confidence, some because of attention, or just because they can. Men, on the other hand, are more careful about their body these days than women. Male nudity is rare, private, and controlled. You can hardly see a man come on Snap or social media to share his nudity. I'm not saying they don't do it, but you will hardly see it. It's interesting how things have changed. Women now put themselves out there. Why men think twice before posting or sharing anything? Some women often use their bodies as a way to get like follows or influence, and it's becoming the norm day by day. Your body is supposed to be sacred, for goodness sake. This shows how much control and attention matters today. Some women choose to expose themselves for validation while men protect their image and privacy. Social media has made nudity so easy to see. There's one they even call View Once, where ladies flash their private parts for peanuts. A lady once told her boyfriend that she's posting her half-naked body on the internet so she can get more customers in her restaurant, and that was how they broke up because he said he couldn't stand it. And I support him for that, because no man wants to be with a woman that the whole public are saying what he's supposed to be enjoying inside. It's so sad that the so-called feminists are not talking about it. Rather, they say it's girls' power. Women will do whatever they want to do with their body. It's so sad because the younger generation are actually watching, and honestly, it's getting dangerous by the day. We need to do better. It is swell.
Are we together or no?
No.
No. Okay, so we
Divorced.
Divorced. How long we been divorced? Are we together or no?
No.
No. Okay, so we divorced. How long we been divorced?
A year.
A year. Oh, this is fresh. Yeah. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what happened?
We don't get along well sometimes.
Y'all don't get along sometimes. Okay. Now, what was the arguments about? Like, what was that last argument that you was like, you know what, we got to just separate?
He's on my nerves.
He gets on your nerve. Okay. Sir, let's hear your side of the story. Let's hear, sir, what was it? What was it?
She gets on my damn nerves.
She gets on your nerve, okay? Now, sir, what is it that she do that gets on your nerve?
More what she don't do.
More, ooh, okay, now we're getting somewhere. We about to touch on that topic, okay. What she don't do, sir?
Look, I be putting all my business out there now.
Just put some of it out. Y'all ain't together no more? What she don't do?
We'll leave it at that a lot.
Okay, so she wasn't really dishing it out? No. Okay. Was there a reason why you wasn't giving that coop? You don't want no, oh, wow, okay. Now, did you know that beforehand, that she was somebody that didn't like to have sex like that?
I'm not saying you're not sucking no dick and shit.
You just not sucking no, okay. So that's, okay, why are you not doing that? You don't want to? And she told you that before, and you still married? Yes, see, that's your fault. Okay, I see what's going on. It's healthy.
I'm a nurse.
What that mean that you a nurse? See, you're not a man, you don't understand, okay? So you're trying to speak on our behalf, but I'm gonna let you know right now. Some golf go a long way, I'm gonna tell you now. You should have told her, either you gonna golf or walk. Get on out, you understand? You gotta come up with an ultimatum, sir.
Yeah.
Look at old school back there. He said, yeah. Boy, he look. Old school back there looked like he ate it, but boy, you still getting it though. I know that's right. Yeah, I know that's right, Meemaw. Meemaw doing the gawk gawk. Come on now. Gawk gawk and Meemaw. Come on.
You're an average woman and you want to know how you get a high status man? Okay, I'll teach you in just 5 steps. Step 1, you can't. Sorry, but you can't. So there's no need to go over all the other steps, but hold on, let me tell you why. A high status man, he has options and real options. He's not choosing based on your standards. He's choosing based on your value. So when you say stuff like, I need a man making over $500,000 a year, or I have high standards, or I'm just thinking about my future, you have some questions to answer yourself. Are you fit, or are you working on it? Are you young, or are you trying to compete with a 20-something-year-old using Botox and filler? Are you feminine and submissive, or are you loud, combative, and allergic to being led? Do you like to cook, or do you hate it? Do you bring peace, or do you bring problems, mood swings, and tests to see if he really loves you? Because men at that level, they invest in beauty, peace, and a woman who makes life feel lighter and easier. And if you bring kids from another man into the equation, your chances are even smaller, honey. I'm sorry. So what the happened? Average women used to go for average men. Solid men, hardworking men, and loyal men with character. Now, a lot of average women want the top dog while refusing to become a top woman themselves. That is not high standards. That is high entitlement. That is why you're still single. That is why you're getting older. And that is why you keep asking, where are all the men? Where did they go? Honey, they're everywhere. Take a look around. They're on construction sites doing electrical work, and they're working the double shifts. And guess what? Those men, they would treat you like a queen, but you are stuck in fantasy land. You think you have the same chance as a sweet, feminine 20-something-year-old who looks like a model? I'm sorry, but no, give me a break. Your prince might not be dressed in Italian designer suits every day. He might be in work boots, covered in dust, looking for a woman who's actually worth committing to, but you're too blind to see him.
I saw a video that said female logic is they'd rather pay 100% of their bills than go 50-50. And there's women in the comments still saying, yeah, well, that's a roommate. I don't want a roommate. I want a man or whatever, right? Okay. What I'll say is maybe you'd have a point. Maybe you'd have a point if this was 1950, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2000s maybe. Maybe you'd have a point. It is 2026. We are in the worst recession since the Great Depression. During the Great Depression, it is 2026. We are in the worst recession since the Great Depression. During the Great Depression, 49% of adults 18 to 30 lived at home. Right now, it's like 52, 53%. We're in a worse economic stance right now than people were in the Great Depression. Okay? Apartments back in 2019, a nice one, $700, $800 a month. That was a nice one. One of the nice ones, $700. I remember I was looking at them. I was in high school and I was about to graduate. I was like, ooh, only $800 a month. I can do that. Easy, right? Easy. Pandemic hit. You look at that same apartment now, almost $2,000 a month. $2,000. Been less than a decade, by the way, since apartments went from $700, $800 a month for a nice one to $2,000 plus a month. Back in the day, you could work at a factory and afford to buy a home, 2 cars. You know what? The economy was so good back in the day that they're thinking that they're still in, that you could have a family, a whole family, kids included, 3 kids and your wife, and have a secret family on the other side of town with your other wife and 3 children. You can't afford to do that no more. You can't afford to do that now with $100,000 plus a year. $100,000 plus? You mean to tell me with 6 figures I can't have a secret family? 6 figures is a big deal. 6 figures is what you need to really live to buy a home now. And you think you gonna find a man who's this tall and is in this shape and he got this money and you just don't pay nothing. In reality?
I had to change the way I communicate with my husband. I would listen to him speak and I would hear the tone and I know he's agitated. And instead of continuing the conversation, I would pause and say, did I say something that triggered you or made you feel a type of way? A lot of us women, no, I used to do it on purpose. Anytime I see he's getting riled up, I just keep it going.
Yeah.
Do you know why I used to keep it going?
Why?
Because I just wanted him to feel something. Come to realize, and thank God that he kept us together and gave me wisdom all the way to ask the questions and to make sure I'm not budge. All of those moments, he's avoiding allowing that emotion to flare up because he does not know what he might say. He doesn't know what he might do because I am literally saying things just to provoke him. I had to take accountability because I know what I used to be saying.
A woman's wrath, well, you know how we
different.
We tongue real sharp.
Especially red women. We different.
It's a lucky thing I read. Everybody knows each other's buttons and when to push it and how hard to push it.
It's true.
And if you care about the individual that you're around, you want them in their life, you're not going to do that.
You know, is it just like a wickedness in you? You just feel like doing that?
No, it is a wickedness, especially you had it before.
Yes. You premeditate it.
It's like a little devil.
You're premeditated. You're premeditated.
Devil is come
I used to do it a lot to my husband.
Be
so
like,
I know. And I used to do it to you too, as a sister. It's
start a fight, do something. Yeah.
Effective communication is probably the most challenging thing for human beings, but also having a realistic expectation with every relationship is important. And both parties need to have accountability. I'm not saying that women alone have to have accountability, men as well, because it takes two to tango. Once he's not ill-treating you in any way, and I only know what the list looks like, I'd watch a read and spell. The communication, easy. But you have to be willing to put in the work that you would put into a relationship like a friendship, just like you would in your marriage.
Or your siblings. Because a lot of y'all ask how you all get along so well. Yeah, we don't have agreements all the time.
But there's a choice. Especially in a marriage, there are moments that you fall out of love, you know. There are moments that there's a lot of distance that is built in a relationship due to a lack of communication.
And trust, there is her real times I don't like her. But then I love her. Every fiber in my body says, just be nice to her because she probably having a hard day or something.
When it comes to your relationships, you cannot walk around trying to change people to be how you want them to be. Khaleesa will forever be how she is, and it is what it is.
You know, a lot of these modern women really lost a good man in slow motion. In slow motion. And didn't notice it until the man was completely gone. What happened to all the... And didn't notice it until the man was completely gone. What happened to all the good men? They were sitting right in front of your face. You just didn't notice it because you was focused on yourself, which is what happens most of the times. Most of the time, I should say. Modern women be focused on themselves, what they want to do, what they got going on. A man don't really matter. Men don't really factor into any of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and disappear. And then you wondering after you get through focusing on yourself, well, what happened to all the guys? Guys are not coming out anymore. Guys don't go to clubs anymore. Guys don't go to bars anymore. Guys at the gym don't even talk to me. I mean, they stare at me, they look at me, but they don't really even talk to me. Why is that? You said you didn't want a guy to approach you, or you didn't want a guy to talk to you. You didn't want to even be around a guy. So a guy was like, okay, well, let me exit the space and go do something that I actually want to do.